Hi, my name is Bob D'Amico. I'm a senior sales and support engineer for Hioki USA.
This is the Hioki 8860 series memory high quarter. This is a top of the line recorder, providing as fast as 20 million samples per second per channel. Now, depending on which of the series of units you choose, either the 8860 or the 8861, will allow you to record from anywhere from 2 to up to 16 channels. With that included, you have 16 channels of logic as well. Now, the different modules are mounted in the side of the unit. This particular unit has 4 slots on the side of it, providing you 2 channels per slot, or 8 channels total. The 8861 provides 8 slots, giving you the 16 channels if you need it. The complete channels are not totally required. You can choose, like I said, as little as 2 all the way up to 16 different channels. There are also different types of input modules that are available for both the 8860 and 8861. From simple analog modules for measuring voltages, AC/DC voltages, voltage temperature units which will accept thermocouples, a DC RMS unit, which for example will take a standard AC signal and convert it to an RMS signal, so you can log it like a logging type of device, and even a current module that we've got. Basically, our series of memory high quarters can be thought of as basically like a digital scope. What I mean by that is they work the same way. They take a signal, analyze it, store it up on the screen. Memory high quarters have a tendency to be a little bit slower units. Like I said, this one will go up to 20 million samples per second, where historically digital scopes will go up to 50s, hundreds of megahertz usually for recording speeds. This particular series of units has 5 different functions that are available to you, from memory to record to FFT to real time to record in memory. And I'm going to go over each one of those functions just a little bit. Memory mode is our fastest mode. This is the mode you'll use when you've got, for example, a voltage spike or something along those lines. We need to capture a very high-speed signal. Record works the same way, however, the sampling speeds in record mode are a lot slower, historically by about a magnitude of 10. FFT function is kind of nice if you want to do a network analyzing type of situation where you're not looking at signals versus time, you're looking at signals versus frequency. So you can see how high your frequency response is for a particular signal. Real time is pretty much what it's called. It actually just keeps recording and recording until you hit that stop button. Whereas all the other modes, you're basically setting a time base and saying, hey, when I have a signal, I want you to record for X period of time, and either stop recording or record that signal multiple times. Once the signal has been recorded, the data is stored into internal memory into the device. There are some options, however. If you do have a need to store multiple recordings or longer periods of time, there's a hard drive that's available, an internal hard drive for the unit. There's also a compact flash card slot, USB slot for USB stick, and we even have an Ethernet port on there that actually will allow you to remotely control the device by simply assigning an IP address to the unit. Once your signals have been recorded, there's an opportunity for you to do numeric calculations to them. So for example, for a sine wave that's up on the screen right now, if you wanted to know what that RMS value of that particular waveform is for that length of recording that you did, the unit can calculate that for you. The other thing it can do is we have a function in there called wave calculation, and what that enables you to do is if you have multiple channels, and let's say for example you needed to add channels 1 and 2 and you wanted to display the result on channel 3, you can do that as well. Once your recording is done, there are also 2 sets of cursors that are built in that will allow you to move back and forth on the waveform to determine what the values are. One of the last features that's most convenient is this particular device is a Windows CE system. So rather than pushing buttons on the front panel, you can hook up a mouse and a keyboard and just click around the screen and change parameters to do whatever you need it to do. This is the side view of the 8860 memory high quarter, and you'll notice that there are 4 slots on the side of the unit that allow you to interchange and put different input modules into the unit itself. There are only 3 of the 4 slots are filled, which is giving me 6 instead of a potential for 8 channels. These connectors right over here are for my 16 channels of logic. Each one of these can handle 4 channels of logic. It has a keyboard and a mouse input as well. As I mentioned earlier, it does have Windows CE built in, so using these two connection points make it a lot easier to access menus and so on. Here's a LAN connection on the side, which allows for remote access. Your compact flash card slots and a USB slot for additional memory storage if you choose not to use the internal hard drive. For more information, please contact your T-Equipment product specialist.